some more of the Hanyuan Qigong, kind of following along on this self-healing, self-care idea. And spend maybe a third of the time working on some or practicing some meditative techniques. A little bit of mindfulness from Thich Nhat Hanh and a little bit of Qi guiding from Master Huya Zen. And we'll touch on the heart. Touch on the heart. Hello, Christine. Hello, Tony. So let me do a couple of things. Make sure my phone will be quiet. My watch will be quiet. Come on, there we go. All right, so we'll do some standing. Let's do that. Hello, Karen.
Good morning.
Good morning. That should do it. Sinking Qi, washing the internal organs. Gathering fresh, vibrant Qi from the world around us and from the heavens. Guiding that in through the body, through the top of the head, washing down through the body, down and out the bottom of the feet. Feet are shoulders width, knees a little bent, hips unlocked, shoulders relaxed, elbows low. Fresh primal Qi, displacing stale and stagnant Qi, which is brushed down and out. And a point came up in Saturday's class that I thought I'd touch on. When we expel stale and stagnant Qi, it is immediately recycled and dispersed. So it's not like you're slowly filling your environment with stagnant Qi. We live in a world full of fresh, vibrant Qi. And we're just taking a hold of some and washing away. Sinking Qi can also be done while seated. Can be done while lying down. It If you're lying down, reach above the head, guide the chi down, and then just imagine it going the rest of the way down the legs and out the bottom of the feet. Pardon me. If your back is sore or less flexible, it's not necessary to go all the way down. Just go what you can comfortably. And in Chinese medicine, sore, achy spots are considered stagnant qi, so wash that out. Always linger at places where it's a little sore and achy, and wash it out. Master Feng, who was the originator of Hunyuan Tai Chi and Qigong, used to describe the qi flowing down as like sugar syrup, flowing down over the body, through the body. Gathering qi, drawing it down through the front, the middle, and the back. And as we practice together, we build a group qi, Ren qi, R-E-N. So think about allowing the qi to penetrate deeply into all the nooks and crannies, brushing out stale and stagnant qi, leaving behind the fresh and vibrant primal qi. That's it. Closing. So just as a public service announcement, one more. Still maintain mindfulness of the masking and hand sanitizing when out in public. COVID is in the area. A neighbor friend of mine in their 70s asked me to help them do a self-test yesterday. That came back positive, so it's in the area. Gathering qi to the 3 Dantian. Building up a fresh, vibrant qi reservoir is a fabulous thing. It doesn't take the place for good public health practices. Wear a good mask when out. Sterilize the hands. Gathering fresh, vibrant, primal chi, drawing it in through the navel, into the space behind the navel, middle dantian. Gathering chi to the lower dantian. This one has a little bit of a pathway to it. Drawing fresh chi from the earth up through the legs, through the hips into the pelvic bowl, and around to the tailbone, which is the Hui Lu point, up to the middle between the kidneys. This is the Mingmen, and around to the middle dantian. So you can see it. And the entry into the lower dantian is through the Hui Yin point on the perineum. And we trace around to the tailbone, the Mingmen, middle dantian. Filling up the lower portion of the body. Fresh, vibrant, primal chi. Primal chi is neither yin nor yang, it's both. Before it splits up. The chi equivalent of a stem cell. Can go anywhere, become anything. Sometimes the chi makes me shiver. Gathering chi to the upper dantian. Chi being drawn in through that point right in the middle between the eyebrows. And then we just trace down the midline to the navel. Yeah, just hold the hands over the navel for a moment. Imagine all that chi behind the navel. Just give it a little stir. First one way, then the other way. Expanding and contracting the dantian. Hands in front of the dantian like you're holding a little ball. Shift to one foot, expand. Shift to the other, contract. Think of expanding the qi in the middle dantian, then drawing it back in to a tight little ball. You might even notice some sensations between the hands. You want to keep the palms facing each other. Imagine like you have a rubber band around your hands and you're stretching it apart and letting it draw back together. Like I said, these are from the Han Yuan system of Qigong, which are both external and internal. So in Chinese, it would be called a Wei Gong form, which is external, and Ne Gong, internal. So external cultivation, Wei Gong, W-A-I-G-O-N-G. Internal cultivation, Ne Gong, N-E-I-G-O-N-G. Cultivate means to grow. If you want to add the breath, breathing in, breathing out. Then we're going to shift to the lower dantian, so the hands in front of the pelvic bowl. Again, like you have a rubber band around your hands, drawing it apart, letting it come back together. How wide you spread, it's up to you and what feels correct, right. Da 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 da. Come on here no more. That's it. Expanding the chi in the dantian, drawing it back in. Shifting the weight on one foot, shifting the weight on the other. So the whole torso goes over one foot, goes over the other. Now let's do the upper dantian. In front of this brow point. Keep the shoulders relaxed, elbows low. So it's not up, everything's down. Very nice. One more. And closing. Just a minute here. Good. 10 in the room. This is called rolling the ball. So I'm holding my hands in front of the middle dantian like I'm rubbing a ball and causing it to spin. And so as you're spinning the ball in front of the navel, the idea is that internally that's spinning also. How big of a ball you're rotating depends on what feels correct to you. And if you're not sure, pick something about a moderate beach ball. And I'm just rocking back and forth because it feels good. It's not necessary. And then reverse the direction. And then hold that ball, pour it into the chest, and then brush down. The next one, we're going to do a circle like you're rubbing on the top of a table. You can let it be about the height of the middle dantian. This is from Master Hu Yao Zen. And for him, this is like feeling for fish in a river. Shoulders are relaxed. Elbows are low. And you can just stand still if you like. Like I said, I'm rocking because it just feels good on my legs right now. You can use that rocking to help move the hands around. And then reverse the direction. Rolling the dantian in this horizontal plane. And then you take that ball, bring it up, pour it into the chest. Brush down. The last one is plastering walls. So this circle is a little bit higher because it's hard to do in front of the belly. But it's still the idea of rotating the middle dantian in this axis of a circle. Shoulders relaxed. Elbows low. Your arms are getting a workout this morning. And reverse the circle. It doesn't matter which hand's flowing in or which hand's flowing out. Just do the best you can. And remember, we're all doing the best we can with what we got. We won't do too many of these. And again, take that ball, pour it into the chest. Brush down. Circle with the hips. This helps to massage the abdominal cavity, the organs in the abdomen. Loosens up the hips, reverse. And another kind of circling of the hips is just stirring. It's like you're using your tailbone to make a circle on the floor. A couple of times in one direction and reverse a couple of times back. Helps to relax the low back. Closing. All right, feet shoulders width. Shift your weight to one side, take a half a step forward. Rock forward, rock back. This is tossing the net. Forward. And then, so what do we got? We've got a net, a fisherman's net. And I don't know if you've ever seen these guys. They sway back and forth a couple of times to build momentum. And then they're throwing the net and drawing straight back. And dropping their catch in front of them. Loosen the low back. And then throwing. Throwing. That's it. Draw it back. Weights on the front foot. Weights on the rear. Weights on the front. Weights on the rear. Weights on the front. Gonna throw. Weights on the rear. Weights on the front foot. Weights on the rear foot. Weights on the front foot. So all through what we're doing today, we're doing a lot of shifting the weight from one side to the other, build leg strength and balance. Throwing. Using the hips to turn the body, the waist. Whoops. Too much momentum. Throwing. So to be clear, I'm not doing this with my arms. I'm turning my whole body. And throwing. So it's the rotation of the torso and the hips that throws the net. Now, a very neat little turning to switch the feet. Weight goes back. Front foot comes back. Rear foot steps out. And you're now on the other side. Throwing. Drawing back. Throwing. Throwing. Drawing back. Just a couple more. And throwing. Drawing back. One more. Feel like a blade of grass just blowing in the wind. Throwing. And drawing in. Settling it down. Step up, closing. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. So a basic meditation technique from Plum Village, as taught by Thich Nhat Hanh, is to make yourself comfortable. You're sitting in a nice, comfortable position. If sitting up with your back away from the chair is, easy, comfortable, that's fine. If you want to use the support of the chair, that's fine. If you want to recline or be standing, that works also. But for now, sit. Hands can be laid in some kind of position, as long as it's a position that you can just set and forget. And when you choose to start, you just pay attention to your in-breath, pay attention to your out-breath. That's it. If you wish, you can say to yourself, as you inhale, breathing in. And as you exhale, breathing out. Internally. Your inside voice. If while you're doing that you become distracted, when you notice that you've become distracted, just come back to your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Or on the other hand, if you do it and you get drowsy and just kind of drift off, once you notice that you've drifted off, come back to the inhale, breathing in, breathing out. Mindfulness is that point between distraction, kind of an overactive attention, and laxity or drowsiness, drifting off attention, loose attention. When you notice you've gone off the point, just come back, breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in, breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out, and smile. Getting annoyed at that point when you notice you've drifted off or tripped off on a project or something just turns on your fight or flight system, and what we're after is turning on the relaxation response. And so a part of this in the development of meditation is simply sitting still long enough for your nervous system to shift out of the fight or flight response. And it happens. If you breathe down to your abdomen, it happens a little sooner. Now, while you're sitting and breathing, if you wish, you can use your attention to be aware of the organs in your body. For example, your heart. Breathing in, I'm aware of my heart. Breathing out, I smile to my heart. I show my heart appreciation. Be aware of the heart. Be kind to your heart. This muscle group that beats 24 hours a day. Smile to your heart. And then just breathe normally for a moment. We're going to shift gears. In Qigong, there are additional ways of working with the breath. One nice one is a technique taught by Master Huya Zen, which is to breathe in through the nose and breathe out through pursed lips. The internal imagery is breathing in fresh, vibrant qi, breathing out stale, stagnant qi. And that stale, stagnant qi, it is immediately recycled and dispersed so that you will not fill up your environment with stale, stagnant qi. Breathing in, aware of breathing in fresh, vibrant qi. Breathing out, aware of releasing stagnant qi from the body. You can direct that in-breath, that fresh, vibrant qi coming into your middle dantian, or to areas that are uncomfortable right now, or an organ system like your heart. Breathing in fresh, vibrant qi to the heart. Blowing out stale, stagnant qi from the heart, the surrounding area. Aware of the heart, caring for your heart. Breathing in through the nose, aware of breathing in. Breathing out through the mouth, aware of breathing out. Breathe at your own pace. It's comfortable. There's no holding, just normal breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in fresh, vibrant qi into whatever parts of your body is in need. Breathing out, releasing, expelling stagnant qi out, away from you, back into the world for reuse. And just take a few normal breaths in and out through the nose, and do closing. Just kind of come back to the room. Open your eyes when you're ready. Good. So that's a little potpourri of meditation, from the simplest, just being aware of breathing in and breathing out, to more involved meditations where you're focusing on drawing in qi and expelling stale and stagnant qi. And those are techniques that ask for practice. The more you practice, the more you're going to improve your sense of your internal world, when there's qi and when there's not qi. So, all good stuff. So now, another kind of Qigong meditation. Qigong, which is, embraces traditional Chinese medicine, is aware of the channels and vessels that run through the body. And so there's one meditation taught by Huyao Zen that makes use of the channels, the vessels that run from the sole of the foot up the leg, to the lower dantian to the middle dantian, and back. So an inhale would be drawing up, exhale would be drawing down. Now, for myself, when I first started exploring these vessels and channels, kind of a distinct imagery did not present itself initially. So I was kind of using my own ideas of what could be there. So I came up with a little idea that makes use of Master Hu's breathing, inhaling qi, exhaling qi. So again, if you think of a channel that starts, this is the yang quan point on the sole of the foot. It's called a bubbling spring. It's like a minor dantian. Comes up the core of the leg to the core of the body to the middle dantian. And so as you inhale qi, you think of it traveling just a little ways up, as far as you can sense it. And as you blow out stale qi, you think of that little area getting cleared out, opened up. And you slowly work your way up the leg to the middle dantian and back. And I did one leg at a time, then I'd do the other leg, until that became a pathway that I can sense and use mental imagery with more easily. So let's just try that with one leg. We're just going to do it maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Breathing in. Imagine that you're able to breathe in qi through the sole of the foot up into the core of the foot and leg, along the bone. However far up it comes. And then as you exhale, blowing out any kind of stale, stagnant qi that might be there. The next inhale comes up a little further. So take your time, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Could be a visual trace, could be a kinesthetic, a feeling or touch-based trace, could be an auditory, or combinations thereof. Let the path of Qi travel on its own, moving up the leg, gently. So you're able to imagine drawing Qi up, sending Qi back down. And again, closing. Gather your attention back. That's it. Thank you. So feel free to unmute and talk to me a little bit about how that went for you.
Bringing the chi up through the leg, that's different. Trying, that's the first time I've ever done that.
Yeah. This is preparing for a Qi guiding pattern that Master Hu teaches, which is 3 hearts to 1. The 2 hearts are the points on the foot. The 1 heart is at the top of the head. And so it's to, at the same time, draw in to the middle dantian and out.
Interesting.
I'm the kind of guy, I break things down into parts so I can get good at them at a piece at a time. So I started with the legs.
Thank you.
And just to put your minds at rest, often when I practice that, I spend a few minutes of just kind of clearing Qi out of the channel. Because, you know, health stuff happens. Stagnant Qi happens. We're not clear and open all the time. You might be really open one day and then kind of foggy the next. So take a few moments and clear the channels, and so that you can sense, whether it's auditory, visual, or kinesthetic, the movement of Qi through the core of the body. What else?
A question about breathing.
Yep.
When I breathe deeply, breathe to my abdomen, and I breathe deeply, the yawn, my yawning jumps in. And it seems like the more air I take in and expel, I have that urge to yawn.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah. You're just balancing CO2 in your blood.
Okay.
When we get a lot of oxygen in our blood, there's a mechanism in the brainstem that's like, oh, it's too much. We need some CO2. That's that.
okay? All right, thanks.
Yeah. So, you know, it's just a normal breathing function.
It's just that when you're breathing heavily during physical exertion, you don't notice the yawn effect. But when you're
because you're burning oxygen with muscle activity.
Gotcha.
It's the difference in physical state. When you're just sitting still, you'll get yawns. So yeah, but just the lightest and the most easy of breathing. It's not just normal, light, easy breathing. Good, excellent. What else? Well, okay, folks.
Thank you, Kevin.
Have a beautiful day. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you very much. Very relaxing.
Practice, practice, practice.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Stay
You're more than
healthy,
welcome.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.